breathe it, love it. All sports, double coverage.
What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to Double Coverage. Hope you're still living, breathing, and loving sport. I'm Dom with the great man, Sauce. I got it right this week, Sauce. I stuffed it last week. You came to the rescue, but I got it back. We're back on track. Big show. First of all, how you going? You going well?
I'm good, mate. I'm good. I'm excited. We got a big week ahead, Dom. A big month ahead of events and things that are going on that we're attending. That we're hoping to, not hoping, we're knowing that we're going to be able to get some content and bring some other stuff to the YouTube channel. And, of course, have a bit of fun with it. First of all, Doma, in the background, you got the big banner. Give us a geezer at that.
There you go.
If you're listening on audio.
That'll be at the Hobby Hangout. So when you're there at the booth, if you haven't subscribed to any of our stuff, you just pull your phone out, scan the QR code, takes you to our link tree, and you can follow us on all our platforms. And you can't say you don't know how to use a QR code here in Melbourne. So there's no excuses.
100%.
All right? There is no excuses, mate. That's why we went down the QR code route. All right.
And we could guarantee you down there at the forum where it's held, there's much better internet and than service than there was at the National. So there'll be no issues you scanning that code and come saying hello. We'll have a table there and have some singles for sale and hopefully have a chat, maybe make a trade, and it'll be good to see some faces again.
You might get interviewed. You might get interviewed. There might potentially be street talk coming back, not footy show style, just sport style, hobby style, and there could be someone in this podcast running that, and it's not me because I'm not the funny one. The funny ones are over there at Saucy Collectibles. So that'll be good. Seeing roaming around, sticking a microphone in people's face, getting people annoyed, which is always good. That's what we love to see. But Sauce, we'll start where it is the opposite for the both of us. One end, there's a super excited football fan, and on the other end, there's just a realist when it comes to his football club. Let's be honest. So we'll start with the EPL, Sauce. We're going to go through the results, and we'll start off with the result from Saturday night, and I'll leave our games to the end. So we had Aston Villa defeating Everton 2-1. Wolves and Fulham 0-0 draw. Southampton Leeds 2-2 draw. Man City defeated Bournemouth 4-0, Sauce, in a game where Haaland, we thought he was going to kick a hat-trick or kick a goal. Kicked nothing. Had 8 touches for the whole game, Sauce, before he got subbed off. And I think it was the 64th minute they subbed him. 8 touches, Sauce. The team was that good, they just buried him anyway. Great goals scored in this one.
Bruyne was unbelievable. That was a great goal. If you've seen on the outside of the foot, little shimmy inside, outside of the foot, bang in the far corner. That was even Pep himself was impressed on the sidelines. He was going. Yeah. That was pretty good. It was nice. Yeah. If you haven't seen it, make sure you check it out. That was a cracking goal.
Definitely. We have Brighton, Newcastle, 0-0. Nottingham Forest scoring their first goal in the Prem. Gets them the win over West Ham. The scene, Sauce.
I watched it. It was unbelievable.
It was going
First home game in 23 years at Nottingham Forest. I tuned in live, Doma. Oh, it was unbelievable. The vibes, mate. The vibes that were coming through the screen. And then when they scored the goal, they held on for the win. It was pandemonium. I just had a feeling walking out there. I was like, I watched them a bit last week. They didn't sort of put it together, but first game at home, and they played some good football. I think they're going to challenge some teams, especially if they've got that atmosphere that their fans can bring. Like there was not a spare seat in the house at the stadium, and it was rocking, Dom. Like it was loud, and even the commentators were saying, like, we can't even hear. Like we've had to turn the headsets up nearly full bolt so we can hear each other speaking right next to each other. That's how loud they were singing. Like,
That's
so
good.
it was unbelievable atmosphere, and hopefully they can, maybe they can start being a bit of another Brentford, of last season that pulled off a couple of sneaky wins and stole points off some of the big clubs there, and made it a fun title race in the end. So that's what we want to
100%.
see in the Prem.
Definitely. And as we know, it is always super competitive with those teams coming up through promotion. So they give it their best crack, mate.
Hey, they've gone out and spent money, and the owner's a Greek owner. He owns a couple other clubs, and they've gone out and spent money, and they're actually going. No, we want to actually stay here. That they've got Lingard there playing for them.
Played well.
Center attacking midfielder, he's playing well. And then I forgot there was another guy out wide. He was just causing absolute havoc. But their striker that they bought in from I think Union Berlin, big fella up front. He was causing a havoc. So, look out for them. They'll be dangerous this season. So you don't take them lightly if you come up against them, especially away. You're playing home down there, Nottingham.
Then we had this morning, there was a 1-1 draw. There was so much happening in the Premier League this weekend. It was unbelievable. 1-1 draw.
Great week.
Zinedine Zidane returned. Sauce, he's back. Zizou's back. Tell us what happened, Sauce. Run us through this. Liverpool are a shambles at the moment. Drawn their first two games. It doesn't help their title race early against Man City, the juggernaut. So just give us a run through, Sauce. What's happened this morning?
Palace frustrated them. They were unable to break them down. Núñez getting frustrated, obviously, and getting red carded. Not sure if you've seen the incident, Doma, but I can't remember the defender there. But it was just getting tight to him as he was presenting to the ball and putting a bit of body on him, physicality. Núñez sort of didn't like it. He had a bit of he flicked his head back, tried to headbutt him, and the play sort of went on. The ball went away, and the defender didn't like that. So he came over, pointing at him, yelling in his face, and pushed him in the back. And Núñez just turned around and just gave him the old Zinedine Zidane a la in the World Cup. Bang, straight to the chin. He's dropped to the ground. He's done the perfect acting. He's obviously watched old mate, the Italian Materazzi do it once or twice, or he's seen the YouTube clip because he's gone to ground like it was a punch from Mike Tyson himself. That's how he's got the ground with the it was holding his face and straight red. Referee didn't even ask twice. Straight red. See you later. Núñez cost his team. They were lucky to escape with a point in the end, but not a good start for Liverpool, and obviously Liverpool fans not happy at all. James, I believe he's a Liverpool fan. What do you think about Núñez and his acts of stupidity this morning?
It's pretty dumb. So the one thing I would have been lining up my players with, like, I'll be bailing them up, like heading into the season, saying, "Listen, you're playing in the most physical league in the world. You're playing in a league where there's a lot of chirp out on the field, mate. A lot of chirp. You're also playing in a league where, I tell you what, I know." The crowds in Spain and Italy, and there can be some real hostility at away games and at home games. But I tell you, sometimes the fans, in England, they take it to the next level. They say some things out there that can really, really, really irk you and get in your head. And I tell you what, he definitely didn't get briefed because he snapped. It took him 2 games to lose the absolute plot source. And you know what that tells me? Next, when he comes back after the red card, just keep doing the same thing over and over and over and over again, mate. Just keep getting into him. And that's how you break down a player. That's how you break him down, Sauce. And, you make it. That's how
We've seen another hot-headed Uruguayan in the league once before.
One was a biter. This one's a head butter. So it's all right. It's all right. It's 2 different things. All right. We got to get some. Next is going to be a pincher, a scratcher. That's Liverpool know how to find them. So that was an interesting one. They're sitting in 16th, Liverpool. Game of the round, though, Sauce, before we get to our games, was probably yesterday morning. Chelsea versus Tottenham at Stamford Bridge, the London derby. And it came down to a Harry Kane 96th minute header off a corner to equalise. Ends the game. There was a bit of back and forth between Antonio Conte and Thomas Tuchel during the game. And then after the game, he kicked off Sauce. I tell you what, Tuchel, I've got mad respect for Thomas Tuchel, whatever. I've got so much respect for him, Sauce, because he came up against Conte and didn't back down. I would never in 100 million years want to go toe-to-toe with that bloke. Mate, I'm more scared of him than Jordan Bellew, and I called him Jordan Bellew out on this show. He could have knocked my block off. Conte is a nutcase. He's nuts. I loved it. At the end of the game,
that's what you want to see. The passion. The passion.
Conte went to go shake Tuchel's hand, but not look at him. He just walked by, shake. Tuchel pulled him in, and he's like, "Look me in the eye when you shake my hands." And they start yelling at each other, and then they had to be separated. And it was just, it was elite. It was so good, man. So good. Controversy, though, everywhere in this game, Sauce. Controversy everywhere. On a lighter note, before we get into some of that stuff, Koulibaly, we said he'd dominate. He's going to be an amazing signing, that guy. The goal he scored was unreal. Absolutely unreal for Chelsea. He's a freak. But I tell you what, when you're the ref Sauce on the corner, you're standing right in front of Cucurella, watching him get his hair pulled all the way to the ground. I'm sorry, Tottenham fans. As much as you might not like it, the goal shouldn't have stood. As simple as that. It should have been a foul straight up. Cucurella was watching the ball. The guys come and just yanked his hair, thrown him to the ground. I couldn't believe what I was seeing, Sauce. It was right in front of him.
They've called it play on. Let it go.
I don't know how he can fake that. He hasn't got his hair up in a bun, mate. He's got the fro. He's got the hair everywhere. Cucurella. But it just had controversy everywhere. It was an epic game. Azuro says serves him right for that hairstyle. don't disagree. Brett says Tuchel gave Conte the Dutch Dylan handshake from Predator. He went, Dylan, you son of a bitch. Forza Conte, says Azuro. It was epic. We're going to end on a really positive note. So we'll get to the next game. And if you listened last week on a Wednesday, Sauce,
I'll just going to, before you even start, Doma, I know exactly where you're saying, what game we're up to. And ladies and gentlemen, he called it to a T. And if you listened to the show last week, we really hope that maybe you even chuck $10, because I think Brentford were, something around $3.50 to win, to beat United. United was short odds, under $1.50. So, Doma, take it away.
Oh, last week when I got to this game, I said we'd lose 2-0 minimum. I thought there would be just a 2-0 loss. I did say, and this is the quote, you can go back and listen to it, and I said, an hour before the game starts, when the team sheet comes out, if Luke Shaw is starting a fullback, put your whole entire life on Brentford. Not life savings, your life. Everything you own. Just start pawning everything. Your TV, you don't even have to watch the game. Go to the pawn shop with your TV, get money for it. Your lounge set, get money for it. Your car, walk to work the next day. Well, you wouldn't have had to. You could have taken private jets for the rest of your life, mate, if you took the advice. You wouldn't have had to work another day. People said to me, Dom, why didn't you do it? Because if I did it, it wouldn't have happened. United would have found a way to draw the game. That's what they do to me. I'm terrible at betting. So, as I always say, do what I say, not what I do. Because when I do it, it never comes to fruition. But they were pathetic. United was shit. It was 34 minutes of some of the worst football I've ever seen, Sauce. That's all it took for Brentford, 34 minutes to get 4 goals up. It was absolute hammering. It's all happening at United at the moment.
What happened to the optimism that we've seen pre-season from you, Dom? It was like the ball's moving, and we're looking good in areas, but he's not playing those players. He's not playing Malakia there on left back. He's playing Luke Shaw. I'm not seeing that ball movement that he was seeing
ball movement
in the pre-season.
Source, in all honesty, it's like that. when you play like in preseason, playing. I said it last week. Playing preseason to playing Premier League, the pace is obviously 10 times different. So much quicker. And United are just getting caught out at the back. And teams know to press them because they know they're going to play it out the back. So Brentford just play a high line up front and they press. And eventually you get what happens with the second goal. De Gea passes it like directly to Eriksen. They just come steal the ball straight away. They steal it in the box on the penalty spot. Do one move, fake out Eriksen, bang, goal. 2-0 up. And you're pretty much finished after that. The last one was we got caught out off a corner. Lo and behold, Luke Shaw's the guy that's tracking him. The ball was absolutely amazing that was played. I don't know if you saw the ball that was played, sourced for the third goal. Off the wing, directly in front of, I forget who scored it. It was a nice finish. De Gea had a mare. I don't know, Source. One thing is you can't blame Ten Hag, all right? I'm not putting any blame on Ten Hag because Ten Hag came in with demands that he wanted. He wanted players. He wanted all this stuff. He hasn't got what he wanted. He's had to polish a turd. That's what he's had to do. He's come in and had to polish a turd. The guys that he has brought in have been good. I know Martinez is undersized. I expect him to play as a fullback this week against Liverpool, not as a centre-back, because that's where he can play. Eriksen's been good. The rest of them are average. People can say what they want. Ronaldo actually played really well. Every time he touches the ball, he creates something. It's just no one can create for him. That's just how it is. He did have 2 opportunities, Ronaldo, 2 headers, and he missed them. One just over the bar and one he sprayed wide. But he himself, he doesn't want to be there, clearly saw. So he's doing what he
Get rid of him.
He's doing what he did at Juventus at the moment. He's kicking up a stink. He's acting like a sook. He is. I'll be honest. Like, you might not think I'd ever say this about Ronaldo, but he's just acting like a prick because he doesn't want to be there. He wants to go. And United should have just terminated the contract. Who gives a fuck? You've wasted so much money on other players. Let him be a free agent. Let him go wherever he wants on a free transfer. Who cares? Let him play out his career. Let him dominate. He's still good, mate. He's unbelievable. And he can't carry this team again. He did it once last year. He's not doing it again. So United, terrible. Play Liverpool this week. And I'll be honest with your Source, it's a toilet bowl game. Liverpool going to beat us.
At home?
I think it is at Old Trafford. I think. Yeah, it is. I'm tempted to actually pick a draw, Source. I'm tempted to pick a draw, but I think Liverpool gets the win there. And just on a quick one before we move to this Arsenal game, the funny thing about United, Source, if we don't score a goal this week, we officially get to submit the own goal as goal of the month at Manchester United because that's the only goal that's been scored, an own goal.
Oh, that's chilling. That's bad.
We haven't even scored. So,
what's the social media team going to do down there this month if that's the case?
They should just fly someone out over here on a Thursday night and come watch me play futsal because I'll kick goals for them. At least they can put something up on their socials, mate.
Oh, look at this bloke. Look at this bloke.
I had to get it in. I'll kick more goals than United.
Yes.
That's this shit. Anyway, let's get to the some good news. Arsenal 4-2 winners over Leicester.
4-2. Look good.
You're going to take this away because your signing was phenomenal.
Very, very happy about it. Played phenomenal. Gabriel Jesus, class above. Zinchenko, unbelievable. Arteta's got the team working brilliantly. You've got, and I can't believe I'm going to say it, but Granit Xhaka playing a new role, box-to-box, centre midfielder. Partey's the CDM. There was a moment there where Xhaka did nearly give them the first goal of the game by mistake. But other than that, he was unbelievable. Scored a goal himself, had an assist. He was making these deep runs. He was unbelievable.
The words you're using.
Unbelievable. I can't believe that I'm saying this about Granit Xhaka myself.
You're a disgrace. You're a disgrace. Get out of here.
But, hey. You know what? At least he's improved. He's improved. You sort of know what you're going to get with him, but he's improved. I still think we could do with one more signing down there at Arsenal, but very happy nonetheless. And I'm telling you, Dom, I'm going to stay positive. We've won 2. The way we're moving the ball and playing, I think also I really like the fact that when we scored the first goal, it was we got around each other and they had a stern words. I can't remember who, and said, let's keep going. This is not the start or the end of the game, and they really just put what's the old saying, the pedal to the metal, and they they put 4 against Leicester, and one goal was an own goal and was quite unlucky, so it could have easily been 4-1, and it looks even more convincing. So very happy we can start 6-0. Game 6 of the season, we got you blokes, and the way you guys are going, I've added that as a W.
Gabriel Jesus will eat the Man United defense alive.
He's class, and
there's no answer for him, man.
I think he's stoked to just be able to play every game. He was one game in, one game out at City. I think he wanted to play more consistently. Never really played as like that number 9 poacher finisher sort of role, and he's playing that at Arsenal, and phenomenally, must I say. He's looking brilliant.
We're going to have to talk about it a lot closer to the World Cup.
Martinelli too is looking brilliant.
Source, how good is this looking for Brazil with Martinelli, Gabriel Jesus now getting regular minutes, Vinicius continuing to play well? Brazil could be the ones that we look into. It could be
they are favourites. They are favourites at the bookies. Brazil, they're right up there. So, yep.
We're not finished yet, Source. We're not finished yet on soccer. There's one more topic which we're going to cover, and we're going to quickly go through the games for this week, and then we're going to cover it. All right, so let's get some quick tips. Spurs, Wolves.
Spurs.
Yeah, Spurs. Palace, Villa.
Oh, I think this will be a draw.
I'm going Palace. Everton, Forest.
Away or Everton home?
Goodison Park.
Yeah, I'll go with Everton.
I'm going upset. Nottingham Forest, Source.
All right, I like it.
Brentford, Fulham, Craven Cottage.
Good game. Could be one of the games around. I'm going to go Fulham.
I'm going the Bees, mate. I'm going Brentford. Leicester, Southampton.
Leicester will bounce back. They played some good football.
I'm going to go draw. Arsenal away at Bournemouth this week.
Arsenal all the way.
Yeah, Arsenal. Chelsea away to Leeds, Allen Road.
Chelsea.
Yeah, Chelsea. West Ham, Brighton, London Stadium.
Ooh, West Ham.
Yeah, West Ham. Newcastle City at St. James Park.
City.
Yeah, I'm going City. And then Manchester United versus Liverpool, 5 a.m. Tuesday morning, Old Trafford in
Liverpool.
Manchester. I'm also going Liverpool again. And I'm telling you, once again, disclaimer, if Shaw starts, just do whatever you want.
Surely Malacia must start this week.
He has to. Global, thanks for joining. Just a quick one. Positive said, is he still a coaster? He's referring to Granit Xhaka.
Yes, he is, because I still have him here literally as a coaster here, mate.
There we go. I love it. And then Positive says we can't win with no Mane as a Liverpool fan. So we'll see what happens. All right, Sauce. Big one. I think the power may have finally got to his head. He's unraveling by the looks of things, and that is old Kylian Mbappe down at PSG. You caught a lot more of this than what I did, and we had a bit of a discussion with Manny regarding this. But Mbappe giving up on plays and acting out. What did you see? It's unbelievable.
Doma, some of the most disgraceful acts that you can see on a football pitch. Literally bumping into Messi, walking past Messi and literally bumping into him. Going out wide, doesn't get the ball and literally just throws his hand up in the air and walks away and stops even though the play was still live, it went out onto the right instead of the left, instead of staying in the play. He was literally just thrown his hand up in the air and walked away, and literally started walking away the other way when the play's still going. It wasn't like it was offside or anything. It was literally...
There was a penalty issue as well or something?
Yeah, some penalty issue between him and Neymar. I think Neymar scored a penalty. He took a penalty. He missed it.
And now Neymar... Yeah, and then... Yeah. No, it was... He missed... Yeah. Neymar scored. Then they got another penalty. Neymar went to take it, and he took it off of him. And then he missed it. Or some shit like that. Even though, Neymar had just finished the pen. And now Neymar and him are feuding. Apparently, they had a... Neymar's been liking all these tweets of fans that have been calling out Mbappe, but apparently it's escalated. So I was reading something before we jumped on the pod that they were throwing shit at each other in the locker room after the game. So it escalated, potentially physical altercation. This is what happens, Source. You make someone le GM 2.0. You give him all the power when he's... Mate, I tell you what, the kid's on cloud 9. You come into the league, you're this prodigy, you win a World Cup, all the fame and fortune clearly got to his head. You're up for a contract extension. He's literally
got the Mike Tyson treatment when Mike Tyson was the world champion at 21. You know what I mean? Like, and he's just got all this power, and he's lost the plot, man. It
could be a fall from grace here.
Oh man!
In all honesty,
I hope not. But
in all honesty, the one part out of all of it that you mentioned that is the most disgraceful out of all of it's disgraceful, because to his teammates and whatever and the fans. But you probably never hear me say it here again, Source. All right, on this fucking show, but not in my lifetime. I'll say that. Would I have thought someone would disrespect someone like Lionel Messi like that ever?
Yeah.
Especially a teammate.
Yeah, that's pretty bad.
In all honesty, this guy, like, I respect Messi, yeah, as much as I give him shit. And I've said it before on the show, I respect Messi. He's one of the all-time greats, all right? He's like 7th all-time, 8th all-time, all right? But you never disrespect someone like that. He, in all honesty, he's like this, in my opinion, second best player to Ronaldo in my lifetime that I've seen play. All right. And what he's done for the game, the world game, for his country, for the sport.
For sure.
He's like, that's an idol that Mbappe clearly would have looked up to. And fucking hell, man. You don't do that shit. You don't do that shit at all. So, yeah, I think he's lost the plot a bit. All right, let's get to some of the comments. Source Global said he was out for dinner at Lygon Street, heading for a food coma. Feels like he's got half a kilo of pasta in him. Where'd you eat? That's what we want to know. Where'd you go in Lygon Street? Positive said sleep it off.
Recommendations?
Who would win in that punch-on? Between Neymar and Mbappe or Messi and Mbappe? Messi's like a rabid dog, man. He just be... just biting and scratching, and
between Neymar, I reckon Neymar would win. He'd be sneaky, man, sneaky Brazilian.
They both played with Suarez. Mbappe's fucked. They both played with Suarez, bro. They got all the tips and tricks on how to win. Azura wants an invite next time, Global. You better get to that. Messi is not second to Ronaldo. Yeah, that's right. You're right. That's why I said he's like 7th or 8th all time. Ronaldo's number 1. So he's like 7th to Ronaldo. The whole situation is really messy. Tiamos on Lygon. That's where Matty hopes that he went.
Matty's recommendation. There you go. Azura agrees with that.
Global said he's got some bad form inviting people for dinner. Shocking. He's got a shocking form.
Yeah, we know what happened last time you invited us for dinner. You weren't there.
It's not bad form. It is horrific form. Azuro says Tiamo is a legendary and positive. He's loving it. Very nice. Good dinner. I settled for a home-cooked meal tonight. What did you do, Sauce? Home-cooked as well?
Yeah, chicken cotoletta, mate.
Oh, there we go.
I was loving it. Can't go wrong with the old chicken schnitzel.
Mate, it's turning into what are we doing here? This podcast, we're just rambling on. Anyway, let's move on.
This is what happens.
Let's get to some AFL news. We'll get to the games first. We had the Saints defeated by the Lions on Friday night, 81-66. Goodbye to the Saints.
Goodbye.
Max King lost it off his own boot. As simple as that.
They had
Genuinely lost
chances.
it off his
They
own
had
boot.
chances in that
He lost
game.
it off
They
his
have
own boot.
definitely had chances to win.
The Dogs defeat the Giants by 5 points to keep their finals hopes alive. They must win this week coming. North Melbourne stuck with the Crows for about a half of football.
Then you scored 4 points in one quarter.
And then we scored 4 points. Yep, we got killed, 103-74. LDU,
Gun.
No comment. He's a machine.
Gun. He kept us in the game. He was unbelievable in that game.
He did. Cats 119-59 winners over Gold Coast, so a 60-point win for them. We had Freo defeating West Coast 71-47. We had the Tigers just roaring into final season, beating the Hawks by 61.
Look out. My preseason prediction's still alive. They're in there, Domo, so technically they are alive.
Fucking right alive, man, because they can win it. They can actually win it. They're finding form at the right time of the year. The Dons got slapped by 84 points against Port Adelaide. Who gives a shit about that game?
Yes, exactly.
The Swannies defeated the Pies. The end of the streak. The Undertaker streak is over. It's done. It was like Brock Lesnar beating him at WrestleMania. Done. Finito. Kaput. So it starts from 0. Everyone wanted them undefeated in the finals to go out in straight sets. Maybe the loss is what they needed, Source. They say you never want to go into the finals on a streak or, on an undefeated streak. It's buddy time in that game, 77-50. And we'll end it on this one, Source. The D's defeating the Blues by 5 points. Your boy, Cozzy Pickett,
stepped up at the big moment. He was there front and center, mate. Finished it and could have potentially ripped the heart out of the Carlton supporters. And I'll tell you what, Dom, I'm going to give it a mention. Blue Aboard fan cams after the Melbourne game. Give it a watch. Great watch. Make sure you fast forward to 1 hour and 26 minutes in. And
I want to know who's on it. It's probably
Marky Mark. Marky Mark's on there, who's a regular. And I'll tell you what, it was great watch. It was an unbelievably great watch. Oh, he lost it. He was nearly in tears. He was nearly in tears. And it's as bad as it sounds, it will be poetic justice to see the Blue Baggers actually miss out on finals. So look, it's still within their grasp. But they're going to have to come to play against Collingwood, who will, want to bounce back this week at the G on Sunday afternoon, who they've got this week. And obviously the Doggies have to beat the Hawks down in Tassie. So there's still a few things that need to happen, but it would be poetic justice. Because, there was, Doma, not just 6 weeks ago, I was watching the fan cams and they were up and about, the Blue Bagger supporters. Up and about. Where comes finals? We're roaring into finals. And I'm just saying it would just be very, very, very poetic.
You love it. You love it. Let's get to the last round of football, Source. Lions versus the D's on Friday night at the Gabba. Who have you got?
Should be a good game. I think. Ooh, I'm going to go with the Lions up there.
I'm going D's because I don't reckon the Lions are any good. So that's who I'm going with. Giants versus Dockers.
I think Dockers will finish strong.
Yep. Likewise, North Melbourne versus Gold Coast at Marvel Stadium.
You got a chance to win this game, Domo. Chance to win. If you play like you did last week, you may potentially win. End the season on a high.
Down to this game. I might go.
End the season on a high. But I still think Gold Coast will win.
Yeah. Gonna go Gold Coast as well. Cats versus West Coast at GMHBA Stadium.
This could get ugly. West Coast are in holiday mode. This could be a 70+ us, or it could be just an
no Jeremy Cameron Source, hamstring strain, so they'll rest him. He'll get 2 weeks off. He'll get this week off, the bye week before the final start, which is the stupidest shit known to man. But he gets 2 weeks off. The next game, we've got the Bombrays versus the Tigers at the G, 7:25, Saturday night. You're going to bounce back. You're going to do it for Ruts. You're going to do it for him, Sauce.
No, I'm picking the Tigers.
I'm also going the Tigers. That's what I meant. You're going to do it for him. You're going to see him out the door because you're going to deliberately get belted.
Tommy Lynch, the dirtiest player to snag 5 after he kicked 8 last week.
Bro, he's back, by the way. Let's just stop for a second. Old Ric Flair himself. He's playing some great football. He's playing Gold Coast type Tom Lynch football where he was killing it up forward. So good on him. We love him, obviously, here at Double Coverage. Port Adelaide versus Adelaide at the Adelaide Oval.
Port.
Showdown. Yeah, I'm going Port.
I think they'll get the job done.
Hawks versus Doggies in Tassie, as you mentioned.
I'm going to go the Doggies.
They're
going to get it done because that means they're going to put the pressure on because that result will be just about in before the Carlton and Collingwood game, 3:20 that afternoon, Sunday.
And then we got sorry, that was a good transition by you. I was going to keep that to the end, but that's a good transition. I'm going to go the Pies. I reckon they're done. Done.
I'm going the Pies.
Can you imagine, Sauce, what will happen? You reckon people waiting for World War III up in this shit on this planet? You wait to see what happens if Carlton lose and the Doggies win. Just imagine. Don't go to Lygon Street, Global. Telling you, don't go to Lygon Street for dinner on Sunday night if the Dogs win and the Blue Baggers lose to the Pies. Do not go there. That's danger zone right there.
It will be.
The other reason why I'll be honest with you, the only reason I'm tipping Collingwood, the streak's over now, Sauce. I don't care. I would probably tip Carlton any other week, but I'm tipping Collingwood because I want to see what happens when they lose. That's the only reason why I'm tipping them. And then the last game, we got the Saints versus the Swans at Marvel.
Swans have finished strong.
Saints have got nothing to play for now, unfortunately, after their performance last week. All right, Sauce, done and dusted with the predictions. Massive news, all right, massive. You've had about 4 coaches in the last 48 hours at your football club. I don't know what the hell's going on. You lost Rutten.
Who knows?
You had Clarko. You keep Rutten. And apparently you're sticking with him now after even the board meeting today. I heard there was articles out there that they had verbally committed to Clarko, the Essendon Football Club, and that's why media outlets reported that Rutten was going to get the axe from the board. Saucy then did inform me last night that the guy that got booted off the board, the president there, was the guy that wanted Rutten the most. He was the one that pushed for Rutten. He's now no longer there. He's been sacked. Rutten, though, has walked into another presser today. Not a presser, a board meeting. He's kept his job. All the players want to stick by him. Even that, they got belted last week and they've struggled all season. They want to stick with Rutten. So it's looking good for him on that front, Sauce. And then we hear literally 2 hours after that Clarko's out of the race for the GWS job. Doesn't want it. We think this is it. He's going to go to Essendon. And then Kevin Sheedy comes out, Sauce, who's on the board at Essendon. On the board. So he's privy to everything that's been happening. I don't know if he's trying to throw caution here or set a spot fire here. And, we're all looking over here and they do the Harry Houdini and they do sign him. But he's saying that Clarko is the perfect fit for North and he's the person that should take him over to Tasmania and help build the club over there in Tassie. Now, I have a conspiracy theory, Sauce, around this.
I think I know where this is going.
I've got a conspiracy theory.
Right. Why would he say that, Sheeds? What would he say?
I don't know. My conspiracy theory, Sauce, is that Clarko was going to go to Essendon. But there was a tap on his shoulder from old Gilly McLaughlin, a la David Stern to the Lakers when he vetoed the Chris Paul trade. I'm serious. I reckon he's giving him the little tap on the shoulder and said...
A little bit of tamperage action.
He goes, Clarko, we want to move north to Tassie. We need to build the infrastructure there. We need to build the foundations. We need to build the supporter base. We need to try and get something ready to go for this franchise. We need a good coach there to build it up, play attractive football. We want you to go to North to help the league promote this team in Tassie. Going to get big dollars from North. Obviously, we can offer him the most money, clearly. But the conspiracy source that tops it off is that Gilly turned to him and said, Source, you know when Chrissy Judd had the Vizzy incentive scheme where he was getting paid money under the table when he was working for Vizzy? He was the Vizzy ambassador, getting paid a shit ton of money to be an ambassador. Yeah. He wasn't there making pallets of cardboard, I'll tell you that much.
He was definitely good at promoting the cardboard. He's done that well. He's done that well.
It's good. This is how you make a 30 by 30 box. He was very good at that, Chris Judd. You know, tap him on the shoulder, old Clarko, and he goes, give you a little bit more. Don't worry. Give you probably some stake in the club. Get a bit of a cut of Clarko. I know. That's just my feeling. I think that's... If he goes to North, people are saying North are going to Tassie. And I seem to agree with that. I've succumbed to that source. So
if they go to Tasmania, are you going to continue to support the Tasmanian Kangaroos?
I'll go for football. I'll follow football. Because then I can I can criticize every team equally.
So then you will just be bipartisan to football, and you will
I'll be a winner. No. I'll be a winner every year, Source. I go for the team that wins the flag. I'm a winner every year.
That's it. He's heard it here first, ladies and gentlemen. He's not going to follow a team if they move and they become the Tasmanian Kangaroos.
I'm going to be the LeBron James of AFL supporters. I'm just going to go to the team that has the best chance of winning. That's me. I'm just LeBron. I'm just going to hop the different teams. It's fine. That's in all honesty, Source, like, my biggest thing is I said I've never supported an interstate team. I say to a lot of people, I talk a lot of shit, you know me, just to muck around, but I probably would support them. I'd be like a South Melbourne / Fitzroy supporter. You know,
they still have quite a few Melbourne games with all the Melbourne teams and it being a short flight and stuff. So
I might have to travel there. You can get on the Spirit of Tasmania. We might have to do a double coverage live. Essendon versus North in Tassie. That'd be good.
There you go.
There you go. Go visit Cherry Collectibles. We'll probably be major sponsors of the ground there in Tassie.
Yeah, by that time.
Big Cherry. There'll be a giant neon head of Grayson over there looking down on everyone. That's
with that silver fox hair.
The silver fox hair. That's what we want to see. Him and Charlie. There we go. It's all worked out. He's already with the jack jumpers over there in Tassie. He's all over in the NBL. Now let's get to some of the things and we'll move on. That's we'll see what happens.
We've got the NBL cards coming, so that's worked out.
Yeah, exactly right.
Jack jumpers, beauty.
Exactly. Global says he put a multi a few months back with Took Miller, Brownlow, and Geelong top 2. Took Miller's not going to win the Brownlow. No way. Has to be Oliver. He's just dominated. He's averaged like 30 possessions. $400 off a $5 free bet. Well, that's pretty good then. He also says Carey and Stevens apparently kissed and made up. I'm not going to make a comment.
They most definitely did not, Global.
Apparently that was bullshit. And apparently they sat down and had a beer together afterwards, Source. At the function.
All right. There we go.
Carey's just trying to suss who his latest fling is. Mojo Chasers, what's happening? Thanks for stopping by.
Welcome.
The king should be able to do what he wants, Source, mate. He's the king. He does what he wants. Just kidding. No, you know how it gets that shit.
Yeah, maybe him and Deshaun Watson got a bit in common. They're like the masseuse.
He wouldn't be the first player. I tell you, it's rife, mate. That stuff. But let's move on. Done and dusted. Ginnivan quickly, injured, got booed. Your thoughts?
Yeah, look, you don't want to do that to give it to a guy who's got injured. It's obviously, he's not his fault. He didn't want to pull his hamstring. But, it is what it is, man. We've seen worse stuff of that. At least it's the crowd booing him and not what you showed me pre-show, which was when Nick Rewalt popped out his shoulder and you had bloody Mal Michael and Chris Scott or whoever it was, one of the Scott brothers, literally hip and shouldering his injured shoulder. He's got a dislocated shoulder and they're literally just going and hip and shouldering and making it worse as he's in the arms of the trainers. So, the game's come a long way. If now it's just the crowd booing and not the players actually going.
They'll give weeks now for that. If that happened.
They probably would give weeks. The
tribunal would give weeks to the fans that booed if they had a chance. That's how freaking terrible they are at the moment. Anyway, let's move on. UFC big card source. Over to you.
Big card. This weekend, we'll go through last weekend's card and then we'll just fly through the preview of this weekend's card. So we had over the weekend, we had UFC Fight Night, Vera versus Cruz. You had middleweight division, Gerald Mishkat defeating Bruno Silva, third round submission. You had women bantamweight. I don't even know the lady's name because it doesn't have it there, so I can't even tell you. But light heavyweight, Azmat Merkinov defeated Devin Clark. It moves him to 12-0 professionally, so look out for that one. Azmat Merkinov coming up in the ranks. Yasmin Yarugi in the women's strawweight defeated Yasmin Lucindo. She's also 9-0 in professional MMA, so look out for her. Featherweight, Nate Lawanda defeated David Onama, third round decision. And in the bantamweight main event, Marlon Vera knocked out Dominic Cruz. It was a great fight. Went 4 rounds, and in the fourth round was an absolutely violent knockout. Dominic Cruz was seeing stars. Make sure you check a replay of that. But Marlon Vera got the win. Fourth round finish. Now this weekend, UFC 278, you got Kamaru Usman against Leon Edwards headlining the card for the welterweight belt. Usman going for another defense. He's already defeated Leon Edwards once before. You got the main card. This is a good main card. You got light heavyweight, the Aussie Tyson Pedro against Harry Hunsucker. Tyson Pedro has come back off his last fight with a long injury. Came back, got the W. So now going into this one, he's been training hard and following on IG. So obviously putting in a big camp. So obviously looking for him. He's starting on the main card. This is a big fight for him because when you're on the main card at a main event, pay-per-view, you're starting off the main card. You want to put in a good performance. So hopefully you can, and they'll help him in the light heavyweight. And then you had the heavyweight division, Marcin Tybura against Alexander Romanov. This is what I'm saying. This is a great card. Then you bantamweight, you got Jose Aldo against Mirab Delashivi. That's a great fight again. Middleweight, Paulo Costa against Luke Rockhold. And then the welterweight main event, Kamaru Usman against Leon Edwards. I'll give you my predictions. Tyson Pedro, I think he'll get the chocolates. I'm going to go with Alexander Romanov, who's 16-0. Jose Aldo against Marab Deshevili. I think Aldo's got, he's still got something in him, but I think he may be past his best. So I'm going to go with Devashili. And then middleweight, Paulo Costa against Luke Rockhold. I'm going to go with Costa, who want to bounce back after his last fight. And then in the main event, I'm going to go with Usman. I think Usman stops his fight, wins his fight by TKO or KO or submission. But I think he wants to make a statement because I think last time he just sort of wrestled Edwards. And since then, his striking game has come along and it's come a long way, and he's been able to finish guys. So I think he's going to want to make a statement because the first one against Edward, I think it went the distance and he won on decision. I think he was going to want to finish this fight and, put without doubt that, he's definitely better than this guy, beating him twice. So I'm going to go with the fin for Usman. But big card this weekend. Tune in 12 p.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time and check out on your local guides if you don't live in Australia. Doma. Pumped is an understatement. Great
It's going to be a good card. Really good. Really, really, really good card. We're going to change it up a bit. I'm going to put this on Source on the spot, but Lamont of the Week is going to come towards the end of this show because there's a topic that Source wants to talk about in Hobby Talk. And I think there's a Lamont that's probably going to get given there. So we'll get straight into Hobby Talk, brought to you by Platinum Standard Grading. Very nice. Thank you to Platinum Standard Grading. As you know, we bulk sub for them here in Victoria. Our bulk sub has halted at the moment here in Vic because obviously the Hobby Hangout, they're doing some big things, Platinum Standard Grading. So, Source.
Make sure you check out their Instagram. Read the posts that they've got there. You got to I believe you got to submit the card, and then you can drop the card off with the information. But you can submit a free card to them, grade at the Hobby Hangout if you're attending. So make sure, why not get a card graded for free? Make sure you check out their Instagram page and get it, get a card graded through PSG and try out their service.
Go check them out. And then once you've checked out their service and you're happy, you can come over to Bulk Subs Victoria for Platinum Standard Grading, and we will help you out. All right, Source. Couple things. Let's jump into some products that are releasing. Available last Friday was Select WWE. Let's have a look at this, Source. Contains 5 cards per pack, 12 packs per box, unwrapped 2 autos, 1 mem card, and 12 Prism Parallels per box on average. Assembled the tiered base set featuring Concourse, Premier Level, and Ringside cards. Look for the highly popular Gold Prism Parallels limited to 10, hunt for Ultra Rare Zebra Parallels, and Ringside Silver Prisms, find autographs of the top WWE superstars. So here's some photos. Here's The Rock, Saucy's boy, my boy, Jerry Lawler, Bron Breakker from NXT, Triple H. That's a nice looking card there, Source. The Game.
Guaranteed autos in this, Doma?
That's it, on average, 2 on average. So you should at least get 1.
Yeah, boxes are going for, hobby boxes going for about...
Fuck, that's sick, bro.
70.
You can get Macho Man. That's so sick. I'll be looking for singles in this. I think it's obviously a lot more affordable, this product, than Prism.
Yeah, a lot more affordable. Hobby boxes, 170 USD a pop. So, not too bad. I think this is where this sort of stuff should be about. The ridiculousness that we've seen with first Prism is, why isn't this as first Select going bananas?
Miz auto, Edge,
so
auto.
I just think people need to calm down.
Damian Priest.
170 a box. I
like it.
I like it. I'm not really as big into WWE, and if I was going to buy something, it would just be The Rock. Rock.
I'd buy The Rock, Triple H, Randy Savage looks good as well. So there you go. There's WWE Select, which is out.
Well, apparently, Dom, I'll just bring this up, right, and then I'll kick you off for a second. There's been a to 10 Rock Gold sold for $2,500. So
I'll just take the one that's below, mate, which is the Concourse Silver Scope Holo, which is $14.
$14. But as you can see, there is
it is a gold. It is a gold.
It is a gold. 10. No, it is the 10.
It is the Rock.
But don't forget, if this is anything like the UFC Select, which a lot of the designs look exactly the same, so it's just a rip of those. Well, not a rip, but they do this Panini. They use the same design. There will be multiple golds, like to 10s. There's like the Flash. There's the true. There's like the true one. Then there's like the disco one. So there's ends up being about 4 or 5 different to 10 golds. So, but this is, and there'll be the mezzanine, there'll be the whatever else there is, the concourse, all the different ones. So, they'll probably have one called ringside in this.
There is.
Yeah.
Global said he sent you a card source that he's going to send to PS to Platinum Standard grading. So his dad trained with the Hart Foundation, Globals. So that's Bret Hart and the family there. Good to see James is coming down to the Hobby Hangout as well, Source, from Sydney. So it'd be awesome. We'll catch up with him and meet him in person. Good to see Global again in person. Next up, we have something a bit different, Source. I saw NFL 5 that came out last week, Trading Card Hobby. It says look for 18 of the hottest rookies. There you go. It's a bit of like it's a like a TCG type thing. It's a bit like Match Attacks, but for NFL.
Okay. Yeah, good one.
There you go. Like
good
parallels and stuff. Good stuff for the kids, man. Get out there, collect some stuff.
They've thought about the children.
Yeah. And then we've got Obsidian, which comes out tomorrow. So that is 7 cards per pack and 1 pack per box. Returning for a 4th consecutive year, Obsidian offers unique designs, parallels, and die cuts. Find 2 autos and 2 insert parallels per box on average. Search for rookie autos in sets such as rookie jersey autos and rookie eruption autos. Also find superstar and retired autographs in sets such as Aurora autos, Galaxy autos, and more. Chase after inserts such as Magnitude, Pitch Black, Tunnel Vision, Supernova, and the super short printed hobby exclusive Vitreous and Volcanics. Hobby exclusive base parallels include Electric Etch Purple to 99, Electric Etch Orange to 50, Green to 25, Yellow to 10, Red to 5, White Mojo, which is a 101, and the brand new super short printed Electric Etch Blue Flood source. It's a blue flood. That's what we're getting. That's a new one. All right, so let's have a look at some of the designs here. Trey Young. This is for people not listening.
I don't mind Obsidian. It's not a bad design, but I'm not going to lie. If I was to choose between like this and Gold Standard, I'd rather Gold Standard. They bring back Gold Standard.
I'm assuming that's the flood.
Obsidian off or
that's the blue flood.
Yeah, that's the one.
Look at the Don there, Maxi, Supernova, Tunnel Vision, Clyde the Glide. Yeah, some autos, sticker autos, Brad Miller from the Kings. Volcanic. There you go. The Volcanics is a nice looking card, actually. There you go. So there is Obsidian. Next one, Source. We're going strong here. Skybox Marvel Metal Universes is coming out. Interesting.
Yeah, interesting.
To have a look at. Just something different.
Snag a box of this. I think it'll be a fun rip.
So it is a 100-card base set and a 100-card high series subset. Look for 1 numbered base or high series card per box. A few parallels in play include the famed Precious Metal Gems. Here is Mysterio as a PMG. In addition, each box includes 3 Gold FX parallels and 2 Grandiose parallels. So there's the base parallel. There's a PMG over here. There you go. Gold FX, 3 per box. Grandiose, 2 per box. Pink FX, Orange FX, Turquoise FX. Purple FX is a 101. Red PMGs is to 90. Green PMGs, 10. Here we go. Daily Bugle. Die cut Palladium cards. It's Mary Jane, I think. Yeah. There's a Platinum Portrait. Obviously, one of the most famous cards with Michael Jordan on it in the NBA set. There you go. Round Edge Planet Metal comes aluminium, copper, and platinum. It's a metal card there. Z-Force Rave can be found in Super Rave, Amazing Rave, and Gold Rave. Looks pretty cool, Source. Some of the design looks really, really nice, to be honest.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure boxes of this sort of stuff isn't, it's not crazily expensive.
So, yeah, checklist is there.
Unreal.
You can jump in and have a look. Next, we got Leaf Trinity. Soccer cards, the checklist has been added. $480 USD a box is what it's saying. Here's some of the players over here. Obviously not a licensed product. We do have on display here, we've got João Felix, Cristiano Ronaldo, Wayne Rooney, Steven Gerrard, Lionel Messi, Ronaldinho, Saucy's boy, Roberto Carlos, Pelé, Kevin De Bruyne, Karim Benzema, and it did release on July 8th, but we've got the checklist now that has dropped. It's 1 card per box, 5 boxes in a case. There you go. Here's the checklist. It's those players right there, and they're numbered 25, 10, 7, 5, black to 3, silver to 2, or 1 of 1, and a gold 1 of 1. Some nice looking cards there, Source. Nice patches. People are always a bit skeptical on Leaf. I don't see any issue with it if you're into soccer. They're nice cards. Still their auto. Still a piece of their material from their jersey. It just doesn't have the logo, which can be a bit annoying optically. But yeah, last one before I throw it to you, Source. Sidemen, if you don't know who that is KSI, Bazinga, which is Ethan, Vicstar, which is Vic, a whole bunch of them. They are streamers turned into moguls, mate. Obviously, Prime is the #1 sports drink of Arsenal, and that is run by KSI and Logan Paul. They've just got some cards. YouTube group, the Sidemen, have announced their new limited edition Topps trading cards. Here's everything you need to know. This is how you get it. You can sign up. Yeah. Anyway. British, yeah. The new Topps trading cards. Yeah, that's pretty much it. There's an ad there.
Doesn't tell us much. Just says they've got something.
Furthermore, this is the thing. This is how they promo it. One lucky fan will receive a golden ticket with their card set, and with it comes a hefty prize. According to the announcement video, the golden ticket winner will become the 8th member of Sidemen. It's unknown what becoming the next member of the group actually entails, but it's definitely got fans excited. So there you go.
It's going to be Coltich. I'm telling you.
All right. Source. Take us back to January. I want you to take us back. All right. This is a bit of an explanation, a rant. You're probably going to lose your marbles here, which I can't wait to see. There's a bit of Le Mans action in this too. But Saucy, as you said, it has come full circle. And I have to ask you, what's come full circle? What? Tell me, what's come full circle?
It's come full circle. I brought this up on the show a while back, and I sent it to you, and I said, Dom, we need to speak about this on the show. This is, how can we take this company seriously if they are doing these actions? And it's funny how when I say it's come full circle, is the actual thing we were speaking about was we've spoke about this company on 2 occasions. One the very first occasion was how we can, how we can trust their authentication process when they authenticated, first of all, the first edition Pokemon box that Logan Paul, which we found out later on was G.I. Joe cards in there, and they authenticated that, and they said that was first they got the all okay. And then, well, I've come across this video on YouTube of this who had a 86 Fleer basketball, the famous Michael Jordan Fleer rookie in there, so-called Fleer rookie, even though now apparently it's the star.
It's the year card.
Yeah, all right. So he had this box, and he wanted to send it into the BBCE to get their wrap on it, their Glad wrap, and have it authenticated, which is what we got in there for. And he sent it in, and they said, "Oh, 2 of the packs we can't authenticate them, so we've bought 2 packs off the open market and replaced the 2 packs that were a bit ajar open with those 2 packs, and we've then sealed the box and left a note and said that's what we've done, and we've declared it as a full box of 36 authentic packs of Fleer 86 basketball." And the other 2 packs that they withdrew, one of them had the Michael Jordan. You can see it's the sticker, so you had the sticker and the Michael Jordan sticker on it, and another one had some other guy, but the 2 packs.
Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
Yeah, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Right, so 2 pretty good guys in that 86 Fleer set that if you grade, at PSA are worth quite a bit. And they have authenticated the box. Now, it's funny because that exact box that we spoke about many months ago on this show was sent into Golden Auctions, was auctioned off, was actually bought by Whatnot, so Whatnot could do a 86 Fleer break live at the National, right? So this box that I mentioned ages ago, how can a company authenticate it when all the original packs aren't in there? And then how can they just take out one of the most valuable packs that has the Jordan sticker? Shouldn't you at least reseal it and maybe leave a note on it and saying this was open when we opened the box. We've actually stuck it back down, but it has a Jordan sticker in there. When you open the pack, there's a Jordan sticker card, a Jordan sticker in there, right? I don't know how they can take that out, right? And I was called bullshit from the start. Funny enough, Dom, I'll call bullshit for the start that these 2 gentlemen, the guy who runs BBCE and the guy who had the 86 Fleer box, are actually mates and know each other outside of the hobby, right? And it just happens to be that he's then happened to get that wrapped and authenticated by BBCE. This has been later. The controversy is that the box has actually been repacked with cards because people believe that the sequencing that has come out, even though there's no true fact to say that the sequence is correct or isn't correct, it's just off what people have perceived from seeing many of these boxes open, that there is generally a sequencing, that it was actually a repacked box of 86 Fleer that BBCE has wrapped their condom around and authenticated with their, well, as you called it, Doma, their condom, their authentic condom wrap. And we've been duped once again by this company. I'll say it again. Ladies and gentlemen, they are not competent in doing their job. We should not be paying premium or boxes that they wrap in a piece of plastic and say it's authentic, because they've been proven numerous times that they can't do their job properly. And ladies and gentlemen, I'm not sure if you know this, but I've said this before on the show. When you send a pack to PSA to get it graded, right, they send that pack to BBCE, right, Baseball Card Exchange, if you don't know what I'm talking about, BBCE, to get it authenticated and make sure it's an original pack. BBCE writes a report, says yes to PSA, it is, and PSA then grades the actual pack, right? So how many packs have been resealed with other cards and authenticated by these incompetent idiots down at BBCE and then graded by PSA, and you think that you have a first edition Pokemon pack? You think you have an original 2003 Topps Chrome basketball pack, but there's GO cards in there, right? We don't know till you crack open those slabs and crack open those packs. But are people willing to take that gamble? And people pay a premium for this stuff, Doma. And I'll just say it once again, like, people in the hobby, you need to realize that this company is incompetent. And once again, on this show, I think this might be the second or third, but BBCE, Baseball Card Exchange, you are lemons.
It was very good, Sauce. Very, you explained that very, very well. I know I usually start off rants by saying I'm not going to get upset this time, and then I just can't help myself and I get into it. But I'm not Source because the evidence is there. We spoke about this in January.
Just read people the title of the show.
People got duped. All right. People did get duped. And that's their problem if they've been duped. If you listen to this show and you've bought BBCE products post that show in January, and you're now having second thoughts, unfortunately, as much as we love you, we did tell you not to trust them. So that's just what it is. That's where the whole condom wrapping double coverage authentication came from. The reason why you make jokes like that about companies is because you don't actually take them seriously at all. You genuinely think they're a joke. That's Source and I genuinely think these people are a joke. This company. When we see their products on auctions, we actually laugh and go, these idiots are genuinely going to pay 50 to 100 grand more for a product because it's wrapped in literally Glad wrap with some prints on it. Yeah. It's just terrible. And the funny thing, Source mentioned it when it went to Golden Auction and they sold and was bought by Whatnot and all this stuff happened. That exact box, which is the one we did speak about on the show in January, the thing we did say on that show, and you can go back and look at it, and we made a joke about the letter that the CEO of BBC said, I wrote a letter to say that I replaced the packs and, that should accompany the box. And we said, because we went on a couple of those BBC auctions, and that box was actually up for sale at the stage, Source, because I think this is sold. This is the second time it's sold since that video in January. We said, there's nowhere in the description here there's a mention an accompanying letter saying that packs have actually been removed and replaced. So all I'm saying is, Source, you hit the nail on the head. There was never going to be a letter that accompanied it. Why would a letter come with the box so it reduces the value of it to absolutely zero? That's what it would be worth, zero. Because who's going to buy that thinking, I might not even get the Jordan in here.
Well, they were getting one Jordan sticker short, mate. That's a known fact.
One short.
That's what I'm saying. It's come full circle. It's so funny, Doma, that it literally came full circle and it's come out now. And man, it's so crazy, man. And I hope people who listen to this show just be wary of this sort of stuff and just know what you're getting into. Like, always question if one of your grails is wanting to get a first edition Pokemon pack, question it, man. And even if you're going down the graded route, you're like.
And
there's think about it. Maybe the best thing to do is to buy it from an unopened box, someone who's opening it and selling single packs, and get that graded. You know what I mean? Like think about the way you're going about it, because maybe buying a graded one itself, you never know what pack you're actually getting in there. Like, I don't know. I'm very wary about that stuff now, and I would rather buy a card and I know what I'm getting than going down that pack route, knowing who takes hold of them, BBCE, and knowing that they can't do their job properly. So how can I even trust?
It happens, and the case. You can go and look at it on YouTube. Just type it in. Just typing like resealing original Pokemon packs on YouTube and stuff like that, and original basketball packs. Like the way that people do it, like with the crimping and everything in the pack, in the wax pack, it's unbelievable, man. These people are literally. They're like artists at duping people, and they're that good.
They heat up the glue, they separate the pack.
They dupe so many people in this hobby, but not for anything. If you're saying you are the leading company of authentication in this hobby, and you are the one continuously getting duped, as Saul said, I don't know how many of those packs, but I do not believe at all. And, people should say you don't put 100% certainty on something, Source, but with their track record, I am 100% certain that there are packs out there graded there could be G.I. Joe cards, there could be Pamela Anderson cards in there flashing her bazookas, mate. You never know. The little kid's going to want a first edition Charizard. He's going to get more than he bid off, Source, I'll tell you that much. All right, he's going to get an education.
He won't be collecting Charizards anymore.
No, exactly right. He's going to say, Dad, get this freaking fake thing out of here. I want the other 2 fake things that I'm seeing on this card. That's what he wants. So I'm telling you, they've been dupe Sauce on multiple occasions. As much as people thought that it was probably a publicity stunt on what he did with Logan Paul, it genuinely could have been. But in all honesty, Sauce, with their track record, I just reckon it is just incompetency. Genuinely.
I'll just say on this thing about Pokemon is I don't know the guy's name. I don't care who he is. People, if you look into him, you'll know. But the guy from BBCE, the head guy, he's been
about 12. He racked about 12 lines of coke the last time he did that interview with that guy.
His eyes were this wide. He's like,
fucking hell.
It was hilarious. But he has been on record in a video of some sort or a podcast saying he doesn't really know too much about Pokemon, right? And here he is going authenticating these packs, authenticating these boxes, cases, and so on, and getting it wrong. So just take it for what you will, ladies and gentlemen. Put 2 and 2 together. That doesn't take a genius, and realize that they are literally here to extort more money out of you with their bullshit authentication service. Let's be honest. That's what I'm saying. I'm telling you, Doma, we've got to find out where we can get custom dingers, and we're going to get the double coverage, and it's going to be the authentication. You're going to make sure you get that double coverage and make sure you're well protected, mate. That's going to be the motto.
That's great. That's a great tagline. I love it, Sauce. I love it. I'm trying to find it. It was actually Sports Card Radio that brought this up again. Brought it into the light. I forget the guy's name. It's Steve something.
Is it Steve Hart?
Pretty sure. Yeah, I think that's it.
Yeah, there you go.
Trying to find out. His original thing is actually being pulled off of his account by the looks of things. The original.
Anyway, enough rambling on about these spuds.
Just anyway, let's get to something good, Sauce. Let's get to something good. Let's get to something good. All right. Insert of the week. Here we go. It is. We always run with Skybox, mate, on this show, and it is 97.98 Skybox Premium Basketball. We have the first one, which is the Jam Pack insert. You can get Ray Allen, Damon Stoudemire, Sean Kemp, Hakeem, Jerry Stackhouse, John Wallace, Juwan Howard, David Robertson, Gary Payton, Joe Smith, Charles Barkley, Terrell Brandon, Vin Baker, Antonio McDyess, and Timmy Duncan. I can bring this up right here. This is what they look like. Here's an example.
So that's Timmy Duncan, rookie.
Yep. Here's David Robinson.
Oh, it's nice. I like it. Floating. It looks like he's floating on water.
Yep. So that's at $5.50 US with 16 hours left. That's a PSA 8. Here's the Tim Duncan.
All right.
It's a bit more expensive there, Sauce. At $275.
It's a nice insert though, Doma.
Yeah. There you go.
Looks like it's a whole. Is it a foil?
Mate,
is it?
Mate,
it's got that nice
buy this,
shine to it.
Yeah, just buy this instead, mate. Just go get the CSG 8.5 for 40 US, and then just get it. Just send it to him and get it put into the new slab for $5 US. Just do that, Sauce.
I like it. I like it a lot.
Yeah, that's Tim Duncan.
Nice
all right, in that one there. All right, so Timmy D. It is
there you
a
go.
nice set.
Is there? Is there? What else is in there? Is there a Shaq?
No, there's no Shaq in that set. He's obviously, we've given this one before, that's Jam insert. That's
Jam. Yeah, we have given that one.
98.99, the following year's product. The other product, the other insert is Premium Thunder and Lightning. Stephon Marbury, Sharif Abdul Rahim. This one has Shaquille O'Neal Sauce. Scottie Pippen, Michael Jordan, Marcus Camby, Kobe Bryant, Kevin Garnett, Kerry Kittles, Grant Hill, Dennis Rodman, Damon Stoudemire, Anton Walker, Anthony Hardaway, and Allen Iverson. And this is actually, you would have seen this card before a few times. Here's the Kobe. I'll just open a whole bunch of them, even this HGA one. Jordan, obviously the most expensive. Who else we got here? Stefan Marbury.
Shaq's the most expensive, surely.
I don't think there is a Shaq by the looks of things.
There's a Shaq up, 1907 Skybox.
Oh, here it is. Here it is. Oh, that's Kevin. No, there is a Shaq, but I didn't see. Oh, here it is.
Oh, it's a nice card. I'm looking at the Shaq right now.
Yeah. All right, here we go. We'll just run through a couple of these, Source. All right. Here's Dennis Rodman. It's a raw for about 63 US there. Kobe.
Ooh.
Nice looking card. Maddie says well protected, but not 100%. Hey, I would if we make them, I wouldn't use them unless you want another kid. Then go for your life. So that's just he's the Kevin Garnett.
We're just putting our sticker on the front, mate. We ain't making them. That looks nice.
That's a nice.
I like it.
Who else we got here? Here's MJ. Here is Stefan Marbury. And then, of course, here's Shaquille O'Neal, baby.
Yeah, the Shaq's nice. I like it. Not too many Kobe's around.
So have a look at that. Give us your thoughts. There you go, Saul. So that is 97.98 Skybox Premium Thunder and Lightning, and the Jam Pack insert also. So those two. Very nice, Sauce.
I like it. Two good choices. Bought the fire this week, Doma.
Yeah, well, we had nothing last week, so we went on ramblings last week and we just butchered. I can't remember who we butchered, but we went in on someone. That's for sure. But obviously, we now turn our attention to Sunday Sauce. It's the big one. It's come full circle, which is the theme of this show tonight. But it has come full circle from, when was the last one? March? Can't even remember the last one, but it's come full circle.
Yeah.
Full circle. The second one. It's here. We're excited for it. A lot of other people that we've met along the journey this year are going to be there. We're looking forward to meeting them. We're finally going to get our hands on Tyson. We can interview him live, which is going to be good. He's going to be there. Tyson Beck. He's going to have a store. Obviously, the PSG boys are going to be there. Man, there's going to be a lot of people. Cherry's there. We're there. I think I saw Dragon Ball Heroes is actually going to be their source. DB Heroes.
There we
Australia,
go.
I think.
It's good.
So, Jake, if you're into Dragon Ball Z, TCG, or Dragon Ball Heroes cards, he's your man. As simple as that. Straight up, he's your man.
Large selection.
So looking forward to that. And then the following week is where it gets even bigger for us once again, which we can't reveal just yet. So we're very excited to see what happens on that front. So might be bringing you some content that has definitely never been seen on this channel before. That's for sure. So we look forward to seeing you all on Sunday if you're going to be down there. Yes, Ship My Cards is going to be down there. Aren't they, Sauce?
Yeah, he is. Brian Wells. He'll be down here at Hobby Hangout. So it'll be good to have a chat to him. And we'll definitely have him on the roaming mic.
Roaming sauce.
Roaming sauce.
We'll call it slippery sauce. That's the segment.
Oh wow. Slip and slide.
No, we won't do that.
Right.
We won't do that. We've got the packs.
Then we will need the fucking branded dingers.
Yeah, fuck yeah, I know. Yeah. At least we're giving out packs to kids, not dingers to kids. That's the main thing. So that's a positive.
Kids packs. We got the kids packs.
Yeah, kids packs are coming. They're ready to go. I've got 2 shoe boxes full of them. So yeah, we're gonna go around maybe even interview some of the kids and see why they've got into the hobby. Obviously, as we always do, we ask permission of parents before we do any of that stuff. We've got to make sure we get their consent. We do the right thing here at Double Coverage. So on that note, we look forward to seeing you all on Sunday. We will try and catch up for some dinner post-show. As Saucy said last week, you need to bear with us as we do need to do a pack down. So if we're going to meet, it's probably going to be around 6:30. So if you can kill some time and you want to wait for us, we will be there. All right? Global, you nailed it last time. You picked a ripper joint. You actually did. It was a sick joint. You just weren't there, but you picked a very good venue. So feel free, pick another restaurant, burger joint, whatever you want. I know we'll be definitely spending time with Matty Cams. That is 100% for certain. So he will definitely be there. So take care. Keep living, loving, and breathing sport. I'm Don with the Great Man Sauce. It's Double Coverage. We'll see you on Sunday.
Peace.
Thank you for tuning in. Please don't forget to leave a review on the Apple Podcasting app. Also, follow us on socials, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and TikTok. Talking all sports, Double Coverage.